It was a cold evening when 17-year-old Daniel missed the last bus home. The road was empty. Not a single car passed by. The nearest village was still several miles away, and darkness was quickly swallowing everything around him. Daniel sighed and started walking. As he walked along the lonely road, he noticed an old man sitting on a wooden bench beside a small abandoned bus stop. The strange thing was that Daniel had never seen that bus stop before. The old man wore a dark coat and a wide-brimmed hat that shadowed most of his face. As Daniel approached, the man spoke. "Running late tonight, Daniel?" Daniel stopped. His heart skipped a beat. Do I know you?" The old man chuckled. "No, but I know you." Daniel felt uncomfortable. "How do you know my name?" The old man slowly looked up. "Because I know everyone's secrets." Daniel laughed nervously. "Sure you do." The old man smiled. "When you were 10 years old, you broke your father's watch and blamed your younger brother." Daniel's smile vanished instantly. "No one knew that." "Not even his brother," the old man continued. "And last month, you found a wallet near the football field and kept the money." Daniel's face turned pale. "Who are you?" The old man didn't answer. Instead, he pointed down the road. "Keep walking, but don't enter your house at exactly 9:13 tonight." A chill ran through Daniel. "What are you talking about?" The old man simply stood up and walked into the darkness. Within seconds, he disappeared. Daniel stared after him. Then he hurried home. The entire walk, he couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. How did the old man know those things? And what was supposed to happen at 9:13? When Daniel finally reached home, he checked the time. 9:05 p.m. His parents were already asleep. The house looked completely normal. Daniel shook his head. The old man was probably some strange prankster. Still, he couldn't ignore the warning. So instead of entering, he sat on the porch and watched the clock on his phone. 9:10 p.m. Nothing happened. 9:11 p.m. Silence. 9:12 p.m. The wind suddenly stopped. The night became unnaturally quiet. Then, 9:13 p.m. A loud crash exploded from inside the house. Daniel jumped to his feet. Glass shattered. A heavy bookshelf in the living room collapsed exactly where he would have been standing if he had entered when he normally did. His heart pounded. The old man had been right. But how? The next morning, Daniel returned to the bus stop. The bench was there, but the old man was gone. An elderly woman walking nearby noticed him searching. "Looking for someone?" she asked. "An old man who sits here." The woman froze. "What did he look like?" Daniel described him. The woman's face drained of color. "That's impossible." "Why?" She pointed toward the village cemetery. "That man died 20 years ago." Daniel laughed nervously. "That's not funny. I'm serious." She led him to the cemetery. There, among the old gravestones, stood a weathered stone marker. Daniel stared at the photograph. It was him. The same man. The same hat. The same face. Daniel stumbled backward. "This can't be real." The woman crossed herself. "They say he appears before tragedies." That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the warning, about the grave, about the secrets. Around midnight, his phone buzzed. Unknown number. His hands trembled as he answered. "Hello?" For several seconds, there was only static. Then a familiar voice whispered, "Daniel." His blood ran cold. It was the old man. "You listened once," the voice said. "You must listen again." Daniel could barely breathe. "What do you want?" The voice grew quieter. "Tomorrow at noon. Do not cross the old bridge. All." The call ended. The next day, Daniel stayed far away from the bridge. At exactly noon, part of the structure collapsed into the river. Several people narrowly escaped injury. News of the accident spread through town. Daniel sat alone in his room, terrified. The warnings were real. But why was the old man helping him? Days turned into weeks. The calls continued. Each warning prevented another disaster. A house fire, a fallen tree, a dangerous accident. Every prediction came true. Daniel began to trust the mysterious voice. Until one night, the phone rang again. The old man's voice sounded different, weaker, almost sad. "Daniel, what is it this time?" A long silence followed. Then the old man whispered, "The next secret is mine." Daniel swallowed hard. "What do you mean? I wasn't warning you about accidents." "Then what were you warning me about?" The voice replied, "I was warning you about myself." Suddenly, the line filled with violent static. A terrifying scream echoed through the phone. Then the call ended forever. The next morning, Daniel returned to the cemetery. The old man's grave was gone. Not broken, not damaged, gone, as if it had never existed. But something else stood in its place. A brand new gravestone. Daniel slowly approached. His heart nearly stopped. Carved into the stone was a name. His own. Daniel. And beneath it was a date. Tomorrow's date. Nobody knows what happened the next day, because Daniel was never seen again. Some say he disappeared. Others say he became the new guardian of secrets. But even today, travelers claim that on lonely roads late at night, an old man waits at an abandoned bus stop. And if he knows your name, you should listen carefully, because he already knows how your story ends.